practice. Okay, so if you've been here for 20 minutes, I promise you I'm going to give you those 2 keys to a successful PI practice for big success. And here they are. Number 1 is volume. There are thousands of PI attorneys in your state. And when I talk to chiropractors, I say, hey, how many relationships do you have with attorneys that maybe send you 1 or 2 a month? The answer that I get the most is less than 5. Less than 5 is about 60% of the chiros I talk to. Less than 10 is about 70%. Anything over than 10, about 20% of the attorneys, a law of 80-20. 20% of the chiropractors are getting 80% of the PI business. Which crowd do you want to be in? You have to understand volume, right? It's a numbers game. And when you take advantage of the numbers game by sending out 1,000 messages, then those numbers just stack in your favor. You don't need everyone to respond. You don't need everyone to like you and trust you. You just need some. You just need some. So volume, numbers, it's a numbers game. That's the key. Going and taking 1 or 2 lawyers to lunch a week or maybe every 2 weeks, it's not enough to scale your personal injury business fast enough for most doctors. That's why that social media strategy is so vitally important, to get your name and your abilities out there to the people that can send you cases. 1,000 a month, even from far away, 100 miles away, you can get referrals from attorneys. But let me just show you this. Most attorneys that I know have a Google interactive map that looks just like this, right? So let's say this is Atlanta, but let's say I'm in Savannah. I'm an attorney in Savannah, but I've got some relationships throughout the years. So if I get a client that hires me and they live in this area of Atlanta, Lilburn, well, red is a chiropractor. I'm going to send them to this chiropractor because it's closest to them and I have a relationship with that chiropractor. If it's blue on this map, this is a medical professional. Again, this is a screenshot. If I were to scroll over this at this lawyer's office, it would pop up the name of the doctor, the specialty. Maybe this is interventional pain neurology, I don't know. But the goal is to get on this map of as many attorneys in the personal injury industry as humanly possible in the fastest amount of time and start asking for the business. That's how you get to 20, 50, 100, 200 when you do this in massive numbers. That's the first key, volume. Okay, you ready for the second key? If you've hung out here for the 20 minutes, here are your 2 keys. The first one is volume, massive numbers game. Number 2, consistency. No days off. Make this non-negotiable. Okay, be consistent. I have my clients, when they do this organic or social media stuff, they do a certain amount every single day. Well, how do they do that? How can they be consistent? My day is weird. You know, sometimes I'm really busy, sometimes I'm not busy. Because they do it as soon as they wake up in the morning, before they even get to work. They schedule it. 30 minutes a day to devote to the growth of their practice with the social media part. They're consistent. And it's just easier when you have a framework of proven activities. I have to do this many reach outs on Facebook. I have to do this many on LinkedIn. My marketer has KPI. She has to see this many people and create this many attorney contacts in the market per day. And this is how many Zoom calls. So if you have a framework of activities that need to be completed every single day, every week, every month, and you're consistent, you're going to have a large personal injury practice. Because when you mix volume and consistency, you start leveraging the compound effect. So what is the compound effect? Let's see what Google says about it. What is the compound effect? Small changes can compound. Here, this is a better one. Okay, it's the strategy for reaping huge rewards from small changes. Let's change the word changes into actions. The strategy for reaping huge rewards from small actions requires patience, responsibility, and accountability. To make the compound effect work, we need to make the right choices, show the right behavior, cultivate the best habits, and allow time to take its course. In a nutshell, small, consistent actions lead to big results down the road. I've already defined those actions for you in an easy to follow framework of activities that take you in the morning 30 minutes. And then when you hire a marketing liaison, that has nothing to do with your time. But I show you a way to track them in real time so you have optics on them during work hours. Where it's not quite Life 360. My son just went to college. Obviously, he's out of high school. My ex-wife had that Life 360 app, so she knew exactly where he was, what time of day, who, it's kind of like that, but we don't use Life 360. But you can know exactly where your marketing liaison is. How many contacts did they make today? What notes did they take? What was said? Who did they meet? Like, all that is trackable in this program. So again, just to finish up, and by the way, thank you for being here at today's live stream. I hope you get a lot of value. We do this at 4 o'clock every single Thursday. So again, volume, getting in front of, and social media allows you to do this. 1,000 attorneys a month, or sprinkle a few doctors in there too. Massive numbers, that's number one. And number two, consistency. You can't, what I call, fall into the New Year's resolution trap. Well, what's the New Year's resolution trap? Most people will do something consistently for 30 straight days. They'll get a bump, they'll get some results, they'll feel all great and happy, and they'll forget what got them those results. So they'll just quit. Time goes by, the compound effect can work the opposite way too. Choosing not to be consistent and choosing not to take actions can cause your business to tank. And you go, hey, where are my personal injury referrals? So massive numbers and consistency, those are your two keys for massive personal injury growth. So if you have any questions, you can just ask them in the comment section there if you're here live. But if you want to learn more, and if you want to know what it would look like to work together, think about having somebody like me hold you accountable. Are you doing your social media work? Are you reaching out to X amount of attorneys today? How is your messaging going? Are you trying different messages that may resonate better than what you're trying? Right? I have some new clients, and they try to do this. You're sending messages through Facebook Direct Messenger, and the messages look like an email. Like, that's not how people talk or communicate on direct messages. They make a point, ask a question, get the response back, acknowledge that response, ask another question. It's back and forth like that. The rule of one, only ask one question. Okay? So think about having a framework of knowing exactly what to do every single day, knowing what to say, having conversation starters to build rapport, how to handle objections when an attorney goes, attorney's going to say A. Oh, he just said A. When he says A, I respond back with B. If you already have that in your mental Rolodex, because I already know what the responses are going to be from some attorneys, and knowing how to handle those objections makes you look more professional and builds more rapport and trust. So think about having a framework of daily activities to do to build your personal injury practice. And also, as a private client, you're going to be in a group of 300 other doctors across the country, all doing this to grow personal injury practices. And you have the ability to communicate with all of them. Maybe somebody says something in a post in my private Facebook group. You can respond to that post and reach out to them and work with them offline too. Like, hey, I saw that post that you made in my Facebook group, and man, I want to implement that in my practice. Do you have a minute where I can reach out and we can get on a phone call? So it's almost like a hive mind mentality. You get me to help you and steer you in the right direction with a framework of activities, but you'll have other doctors in the program doing this making it work, going from 2 to 3 PI cases a month, like Brendan Race, to 20 consistently a month, or getting 5 to 6 new PI cases per day from 5 different law firms, right? That's where you want to be, right? Not getting 1 or 2 a month and then, or 1 or 2 a week, the next week getting 0, the next week getting 5. Like, we want to keep growing consistently. So you get 2 one week, 2 the next week, 3 the next week, 3 the next week, 4, we want to start trending like that, or like that. That's going even back, okay? So just imagine having a group of doctors. We're all on the same team. We're all helping each other with a framework of activities, proven activities to grow your personal injury practice. That's what it would look like. Having a resource to ask a question, bounce an idea off of a doctor in personal injury, bounce an idea off of me, ask a question to another doctor. Have your liaison reach out to other liaisons in the program that are doing it at a high level and succeeding. Have your liaison talk to those liaisons and, hey, I'm kind of stuck, I'm having a hard time, but I see you're doing really well. Can we hop on a call? I have a couple of questions for you. So we're all in this together in my program. It's not just me giving you a bunch of videos and saying, hey, good luck with everything. I'm going to work hand in hand with you, side by side, so that we can help you accomplish your personal injury goals together, right? Whether you're trying to get, if you're at 5 and you're trying to get to 20 per month, or you're at 100 and you're trying to get to 200 per month, we can help you. If you're new to personal injury, you're just starting, this is a great place to start, having a framework of activities. Or maybe you've been doing it for 20 years and you've reached this point where you've plateaued and you've tried a bunch of things, but since 2019, you're like this, you're at this level, not that level. So I can help you. I hope you've gotten a lot out of this live stream today with those 2 keys of success, massive numbers and consistency. Secondly, you can type the word keys in the comment section below this. If you type keys below this, I will means you want to get on a call with me. Just a 15-minute call to talk about where you are today, your current situation, talk about where you want to be, what your goals are. And after that 15-minute call, if you want to set up a Zoom call with me, we can do that as well. So type keys in the comments below. I'll shoot you a link to hop on a 15-minute call with me. And I'll just go into what it will look like to working together and help you get to where you want to go in your personal injury marketing. I'm telling you, in 2022, PI marketing became easier. I don't want to say it's easy. Nothing is easy. I don't want to confuse. I don't want to say something kind of out of bounds. But at least you have something that is proven to work. Again, you don't need everyone to respond. You just need some to, month after month, build those relationships and get more consistent referrals for your practice. So I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. We're going to be back here again at 4 p.m. every single Thursday. I'll see you next week. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And let's go get some personal injury patients. Have a great day.